And I have observed that when the silence changed, it invited reflection, insight, and emotional realignment, revealing layers of understanding previously obscured by words or noise. I have felt the subtle resonance of attention, the quiet reassurance of acknowledgement, and the liberation that arises when tension dissolves into perception. The silence changed, creating a fertile space for insight, empathy, and authentic engagement, allowing recognition of emotion, intent, and truth without verbalization. I have observed how the nuanced language of presence, posture, gaze, breath, and gesture carries depth and meaning beyond articulation, fostering intimacy, understanding, and trust. When the silence changed, it revealed both vulnerability and strength, teaching that restraint is not emptiness, but the potential for reflection, clarity, and deliberate expression. I have felt the serenity of being truly witnessed, the subtle empowerment of being acknowledged without judgment, and the profound intimacy that arises when the unspoken is recognized with care. The silence changed, transforming tension into connection, absence into awareness, and stillness into a living dialogue capable of fostering trust, empathy, and emotional resonance, illustrating the extraordinary power of attentive, compassionate presence. The shift in silence demands awareness, courage, and the willingness to engage with unspoken truths without projection or assumption. I have felt the subtle challenge of discerning meaning in pauses, the patience required to respect space, and the emotional acuity necessary to perceive without judgment. When the silence changed, it invited trust, reflection, and deliberate engagement, allowing insight, understanding, and connection to emerge from stillness. I have observed how presence becomes a communicative act, how attention conveys affirmation, and how awareness nurtures both clarity and intimacy. The silence changed, revealing the capacity of observation to foster empathy, patience, and deliberate action, demonstrating that the unspoken carries meaning as profound as speech. I have felt the liberation of insight, the serenity of acknowledgement, and the subtle exhilaration of understanding without articulation. When the silence changed, it became a bridge between isolation and connection, apprehension and clarity, tension and calm, demonstrating that stillness, approached with intention and compassion, has the power to transform perception, communication, and emotional resonance in ways words alone cannot achieve. I have realized that the changed silence nurtures growth, clarity, and the capacity for authentic engagement, fostering connection where absence once dominated. I have felt the liberation that emerges when unspoken truths are received with attention, the reassurance of being acknowledged without condition, and the intimacy that arises from deliberate awareness. When the silence changed, it allowed reflection, insight, and emotional attunement to flourish, revealing subtle patterns, intentions, and nuances that would have remained obscured in noise or distraction. I have observed how presence, patience, and attention become a form of dialogue, conveying meaning, fostering trust, and nurturing vulnerability without uttering a single word. The silence changed, transforming perception, aligning heart and mind, and revealing the extraordinary power of deliberate, compassionate engagement. I have felt the serenity of deep understanding, the exhilaration of connection beyond articulation, and the quiet triumph of insight born from stillness. When the silence changed, it became a conduit for clarity, empathy, and profound relational depth, demonstrating that the absence of sound is not emptiness, but a space rich with opportunity for trust, intimacy, and understanding. Cultivated through careful observation and compassionate presence,